That's $22 more than the yellow cabs are allowed to charge. I first confronted him after he led our producer to his private car.
You're not a licensed livery driver, are you?
Oh, no.
Okay, so why are you offering people rides?
No, I didn't offer a ride.
As we reported, he took off. 10 minutes later, we saw him with another passenger. When I stepped in to warn her, he got very angry.
What are you following me for? What are you following me for?
Because you're ripping people off.
What are you following me for? Give me this phone.
After grabbing our camera and shoving our photographer, he got into his car and started to drive away, but suddenly stopped, got out, and came at me, grabbing the microphone, ripping a piece of it off, and then driving away with it.
Give that thing back to me.
What do you take? The windscreen. Unbelievably, 15 minutes later, we saw him again inside the International Arrivals Terminal, where I demanded he return our windscreen.
Where is it? The car.
Then go get it.
Okay, wait a minute.
All right, I'm going to have a cop on you in 1 second. The good news is, after our report aired, we got a call from the Port Authority police saying they just busted the same hustler. That's his mugshot. He's now in Rikers Island behind bars awaiting trial on multiple charges.
I know he was arrested. I know he's a repeat offender.
Patrick Foy is executive director of the Port Authority. The driver, 26-year-old Sharif Hassan, is charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle and 2 counts of bail jumping because he was arrested twice last year for unlawful solicitation of ground transportation but never showed up in court. In multiple arrests of the phony cabbies don't seem to be much of a deterrent. Angelo Perez, recently busted at JFK, has over a dozen prior arrests going back to 1982. John Ramooni, nabbed at Kennedy recently, also has more than 12 previous arrests.
This seems to be kind of a revolving door crime. I mean, what do you do about that?
You're quite right. A lot of these guys are repeat offenders or recidivists, and we're going to be asking judges and prosecutors in the counties to take that into account.
A few years ago, the law was beefed up. Now, someone with 3 or more convictions for criminal solicitation can get up to 45 days in jail, a $1,500 fine. The problem is criminal court judges too often allow the hustlers to plead to a much lesser crime, and jail sentences are rarely given.
Despite the fact it's now a misdemeanor, the criminal courts don't treat it with the seriousness that we think that they should. So we're going to be working harder. Frankly, one thing that is within our control, we're going to do everything we can within the limits of the law to impound cars. And we think that that will make life harder for the hustlers.
The Port Authority and the Taxi Limousine Commission are now impounding the hustlers' cars at a record rate. The TLC's impound lot has lately been filled to capacity. The Port Authority is also starting a new campaign, including posters like these, to warn arriving passengers of the possible danger of taking a ride from an illegal cabbie.
And it could literally be putting your life at risk.
Look what happened just last month at Kennedy Airport. A Panamanian family had just gotten into this hustler's car when the Port Authority police attempted to arrest the driver.
The cops drove by him. They told him to get out of the car, and he was like, no, no. So he pulled over, and he got away with us. And we took the wheel right there. We took the steering wheel.
After 17-year-old Aldo Sosa grabbed the wheel, the car smashed into a guardrail at JFK. Luckily, no one was seriously hurt. It turns out the driver, Bhupinder Singh, is well known to Port Authority police. He's been arrested 6 times for soliciting rides at JFK, 7 times at LaGuardia.